kind of witchcraft. The legendary witch that rides on the imaginary broom, the hex that tortures the thoughts of the victim, the pin stuck in the image that wastes away the mind and the body.
Also imaginary.
But where does imagination end and reality begin? What is this twilight, this half-world of the mind that you profess to know so much about?
All right, basically, the Baphomet and the all this aspect of the horn. What is the aspect of these horns that when people look up the horns, they get scared? What's that about?
The horns represented nature, God of nature. So you have the horns of Hathor, which is the goddess Hathor, has cow horns. So she becomes the golden calf in the Bible. In the Bible, the horn god Pan, which is astronomical, the goat god. Not only was the goat a stubborn energy, but it was also talking about the stubbornness of the deepest part of the celestial time of the year, Capricorn, which shapes you. You have to really work in Capricorn to raise yourself up, but you get the benefits. But also, it was a god of nature. They didn't separate the horn. If you notice, the Egyptians had all of those animal heads. Khnum has horns. Hathor has horns. And all. They didn't separate themselves from nature. And when you do separate, Isis has horns. So whenever you do separate yourself from nature and all, that's when you fall to your lowest. So the horn god was one of the most natural forms of God. And later on became the green man. They worship the green man in Europe. You'll go and you'll see buildings with the green man with horns, or the goat god Pan. You see what I'm saying? So the horns represented nature and one with nature and natural energies. So the Wiccans, which is nothing but priestess of Isis. So you had this magic that rose up into Egypt. One part went to West Africa, another part went to Southern Europe. Those are your Druids that built Stonehenge. Those are Egyptians. And later on, those will become some of the ancestors of the Wiccans. You see, that's why they got books called the Ancient Black Brits. And they talk about a Hamitic language, Ham, which means the language of Black Africa and the Egyptians. The Egyptians, and the Hamitic language ends up in the British Isles. That's why Jeremiah's book at the beginning, volume 1, talks about that the English language is part Egyptian, because those Egyptians were your Druids and stuff like that. With that connection, where this magic went. But they took the God of nature and they dealt with herbs, roots, nature, different vines, different fruits, different things, different vegetables, and different herbs. And so the nature God represents a symbolic, holistic life. You see what I'm saying? A holistic life. You see, and so they dealt with these particular magical, natural energies, and that's what the horn represents.